going to start writing my total of 18 or 20 page essays that I'll do on the last 2 days of the semester. But then a little thing that's been living in my head has been consuming me, and I feel like I have to make a video on it. And before we say, PB, why the fuck were you watching a Thanksgiving movie during Halloween season? Because anytime you put on a movie with someone and you just scroll endlessly, that happens every time I try to watch them with my mom. Me and my mom have like 2 different like October horror kind of movies. And so we never can pick anything. Cue the edit. Yeah. That was a thought. Never gonna do that again. I'm not doing that ever. I'm not thinking of it again. Also, the other question of this is I ran out of movies to watch with my mom, yet the next week I watched Pearl, which is something I highly don't suggest doing with your mom. Do not watch Pearl with your mom. Do not watch Pearl with your mom. So let's go. Let's get into it, y'all. Which, side note, Amanda's played by the amazing and awesome Gina Gerson, who was in Bound, and in Showgirls, but specifically I'm going to speak on Bound because I love Bound. I highly suggest that movie if you are 18 plus, I think, and gay. Go watch Bound. I could have watched Bound, and Bound is the exact same time. It's an hour and 48. I could have spent this entire 3 hours writing about Bound. That's fucked up. Jennifer Tilly's in Bound. Go watch Bound. That's a highly suggested movie. I can spend that time watching that movie instead of watching this movie again. Anyway, they are heading to the movies. Viewer discretion, because everyone wants to like go through the doors, and then fucking mayhem happens. And they start acting bananas, and they are like, I want my waffles. I want my waffle machine. I want that waffle machine. They're like, no, I want that waffle machine. Give it to me. I'm gonna give a quick thought with that. This is set in 2023, and I'm guessing. I don't think anyone's acting this way anymore. Maybe I'm just wrong, and this isn't set 2023. And I get they're trying to play into like, oh my gosh. I just think it's whatever. And his wife died, you know what I mean? So he's like, go fuck yourself. Which is suspicious. And you know what? That scene that I just showed you, I 100% from then thought I knew who the killer was because of that stupid ass edit. We'll play the edit again. Show the video. No. That's not whatever. Here's the scene. Actually, never mind about showing the scene. But the whole fucking thing is about like a John Carver mask, because John Carver was the first governor of Plymouth Rock. I'm a historian. She dies. I don't know how realistic that probably would be. I don't know, maybe. I don't know how heavy those lids are. But she got decapitated. Whatever, here's a drawing. Here's the drawing. The next day we see Sheriff Eric show up to the White Market to see that woman's lower half on the sign. Here's a drawing. With the body, with that, yeah. They find, dude, you suck. He's like, I don't wanna. As they're walking, and then we're introduced to, I don't even know how to summarize this dude, McCarthy. Or McCarty, his name's McCarty, sorry, not McCarthy. He sells guns and shit. I'm hitting a brick. I don't want to go in depth. He sells guns. He comes back later. He's like, I'm sorry I ghosted you. I was embarrassed. Anyway, doesn't matter. And then we get another news about the murder and the now named killer, John Carver. I said it earlier, John Carver is what we're naming the killer because the mask is John Carver. The mask is John Carver, the first governor of Massachusetts. Also, he fed the kitty cat. And you know what? Respect. Not really. Just wanted to add it. Just think, because that scene took me out in that edit. We'll show the edit again. Just kidding. Here's a recreation. Here it is. Here's a really bad drawing of it. Yeah. By yours truly. Dabbing up that dude. And then skipping a bit because it's not important. He dies. I'm not drawing this because I don't really know what to draw. But he dies, she dies. why the fuck am I watching this with my mom? But she hides in the, I think it's her like hair, like a cosmetic room, which I was having this with my mom too. I don't know, this must be a rich high school, because where the hell, unless it's an art school, I don't know, like, that must just be like it's such a weird high school, because it's not like it's an art school, like, if it is, I don't think it's depicted well. And while in the parking lot, Bobby and Ryan have some fucking tassel, don't care, she says go away, both of you, don't care. Guess who, Russian dad, I think she's Russian, was like, we're going to Florida, just, he sticks those, like, corn holders in her ear, not showing it, not depicting it. Use your imagination. While I think they should be added to this, but I'm not really gonna. I think they're dead on the floor. Carver has Yulia, he throws her into the saw, and then she kind of gets like sawed, whatever. And Jess, Scuba, and her father get tranquilized by like a clown dude, whatever. Alright, we're on speed run. We're speed running. Partially it's because this scene is like halfway through the movie and I feel like I don't know how to write it, so I'm just gonna give you a speed run. Carver tricked them, and he wasn't actually at that location, but instead was a phone recording from a different location, so the phone is recording a screen. Evan dies, he gets bashed in with the axe, doesn't matter, but also we turn of events, Eric isn't actually dead, he's alive. And he's like, I'm gonna shoot Bobby. Bigger speedrun, don't care. When at the end of the movie, thank God. She's like, you shot Bobby, oh my gosh. And he's like, yeah, I shot Bobby, and I planted the evidence. All you need to know is he wanted Amanda. He wanted to take Mitch's wife. He's mad because she died. And that's why he did all of this. Okay, dude. That's all you really need to know. It's nothing else. That's really all his motives. It was really stupid. JK, Bobby isn't dead. I don't even know what it was. I'm gonna be real. I gave up in this book, but it was to blow up the warehouse with Eric in it. Review. I hate this movie. I hate it more that I had to watch it again to give this review. Not a good movie. But to make it clear, I don't think it's bad. As like horrible, I just don't like it. And I think it's because I realized Addison Rae was in it, and the last time I saw Addison Rae in a Netflix movie was that stupid ass remake of She's All That. Don't care. That movie, I lives in my head because of that fucking scene with the bubble booger, and I'm like, this movie, I don't want to watch it. I don't want it. I don't think this movie was made by Netflix, so whatever. And I'm not hating if Addison Rae's out there. I don't think her ass is listening to me. But I don't hate her. To make this a disclaimer, I'm not hating on Addison Rae. The same way that like if Charlie D'Amelio's on like Broadway, go for her. I don't care. I just found like every time you get in, it's the same concept too. Bringing up Milo, the same thing that happened in Zombies 2 when Baby Ariel showed up, and I was like, I remember Baby Ariel from Musical.ly. And I was like, anytime you add an influencer to a fucking movie, I instantly think this movie's gonna be garbage. The movie wasn't bad. I just did play the play the edit again. We'll play the edit in the background as I give this. I thought this edit was gonna give me the answer, and I thought this was gonna be like way more cooler than I thought it was going to be. But I'm not gonna say it's horrible. It wasn't a bad movie. I just think it really wasn't a movie that I should have sat down and watched for Halloween. So actually, I was wrong on my time. Actually, I was wrong on my time. I watched the 19th. So I just ran out of movies to watch. It wasn't that good of a movie. Not a horrible movie. I won't specifically suggest it. Partially it's because I personally don't like it. I say hate with a weak hate. I'm not saying it's horrible, just wasn't a movie for me. And I hate it though. I hate it now because I had to rewatch it. And that this movie has consumed my brain and I had to make a video on it. And that this is the first video of a review of a media and not an anime like Vampire Knight, which I was going to do as the first review video. So I'm kind of mad that this is my first review video of a film or of a media, but whatever. If this gets any attraction and people want it, I will torture myself and go through watching whatever that fucking Hot Frosty movie is. I don't want to watch it. Not watching it with my mom. I'm not wasting my weekend watching Hot Frosty with my mom. But I will watch it myself if this gets any traction. And otherwise, I don't really have anything else to say. This is just me going off my pure thought that I didn't write down.
Despite being lost for words, Victor yelled at me for the next 45 minutes.
I thought the deputy was going to be the killer, and I thought it was just going to make more sense that he was going to be the killer just because. But I was like, he's going to be the killer. And then my mom had the prediction that it was going to be Mitch. And I was like, it's not going to be that fat manager dude. That dude does not look like him. And then we thought it was going to be Ryan. And it was like, oh, maybe it's Ryan. But I was like, why the fuck would it be Ryan? And then it was fucking... It was worse than the ending was. It was Sheriff Eric. Because that fucking... motive was so dumb. I was like, I loved her. Dude, I love Gina. No, I also love Gina Gerson, but that was a weak fucking motive. Sorry. That was so weird. If I had to rank it, this movie, I can't rank it. I really can't, because I feel like I want to give it, like, I saw the rankings and it was like a 6 or something, and I'm like, it's not that bad that, like, I should give it below a 6 out of 10, but I feel like in my soul I should. I would have to maybe give it maybe a 6 out of 10. Not horrible, just not. I think the deaths, even though I should have none of them, you're all getting my art renditions of it, it's pretty, like, some of them are cool, some of them weren't. I think the turkey one was pretty cool. I think all the other ones kind of just bored me. Yeah, I don't really. I think this movie I don't like because it's a movie that heavily relies on social media and some, oh, not heavily, oh my god, it doesn't rely heavily on specifically, but I don't really like that it had Instagram. Like, it just was something I was like, maybe I'm turning into a fucking boomer. That, like, maybe in time this will be like when, like, the Gen Betas come around and they make skibidi toilets and shit. It's a skibidi toilet fucking Thanksgiving. Oh my god. Anyway, that's my summary. That's my lesson of the day. Don't make horror movies after Thanksgiving. It's stupid. We don't need it. But that concludes our video. Yeah, that's the lesson of the day. Let's never make Thanksgiving horror movies. So that concludes the video. I hope you liked. Please subscribe. And thanks for watching, and hope to see you around.